Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. Apparently my microphone was not on, so let's start from the beginning. Good evening, and I hope you're doing okay and able to find some kind of peace and harmony during these times. I was kind of wondering if I should do the class or not, but then I thought, you know what, yoga brings me comfort and peace and balance, so why not give that to people for the day? So, that said, this class will be a little more focused on strengthening the hips today. So you might feel a little soreness at the end or tomorrow. It's normal. You might feel the soreness 2 days later. It's called delayed onset muscle soreness. So that's normal too. And after the hip strengthening, we'll do hip stretching. And we'll focus a little bit on the upper body too, like strengthening the arms and the shoulders. So it'll be a kind of a balanced class today. And one thing I wanted to mention to keep our focus on our body and in the present as much as possible. As soon as you find yourself thinking about something and you're distracted, just notice that. And um, as soon as you notice it, bring your awareness and your mind back to the body and the practice. So yeah, don't worry about, don't feel bad for getting distracted and thinking about something else because that's totally normal and it happens to all of us. Important thing is to notice it. Just notice that you got distracted and to see if you can kind of approximately measure how often you got distracted within the whole class or maybe within 5 to 10 minutes. So that said, let's get started. And we'll start with a little bit of on all fours. Um, just a reminder, making sure you're breathing with your belly. Inhale and exhale with the nose. So inhale with the belly, exhale. When you exhale, use the abdominal muscles to squeeze the air out. And use the Ujjayi breath. So inhale with the nose, exhale with the nose, with a little bit of a constriction in the back of your throat. So let's start with all fours. Make sure we're going to be on our knees for a while, so make sure you have some cushion under your knees if your floors are really hard. Your hands are shoulder width apart. And as you inhale, take your leg up, bend the knee, and extend, and bend, and extend. Bend, and extend. Then you're going to turn the toes out, open up the hip, then in, and out, and in. So just get that out and in. Get that feeling of turning the toes out and in. Bend the hip, turn the toes out, kind of like the fire hydrant, and extend. So bend, turn it out, turn it back down, and straighten the knee. Bend the knee, turn out the hip, turn it in, and straighten. And let's place this leg down and do the other one. Left leg straight, bend the knee, and extend. Bend and extend. You want to keep the ankle flexed, extend. And then turn the toes out. Notice how my hip comes up and opens up. One more time, turn the toes out and then turn it down. So the toes are pointing out, now they're pointing down. And then bend the knee, turn the toes out or lift the knee and then down and extend. Bend the knee, turn it out, point the knee down and extend. One more time, bend the knee, turn it out, point the knee down, extend, and release. So from here, let's do some cat-cows. Inhale, arch the back, and exhale. Round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Inhale one more time, arch, and exhale, round. And the next one, we're going to inhale, straighten up that leg, flex the ankle, then bring the knee to right elbow. Inhale, take it back, and exhale, round the spine, knee to right elbow. One more time, and exhale, knee to right elbow. Take it back, hold it here. Exhale, bring it into left elbow. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, left elbow. Twisting at the waist. One more time, exhale. And kicking back, holding it here. Lower the toes. Just touch the floor and extend, lift up. Inhale, exhale, inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Beautiful. Switch. Left leg, kick back, flex the ankle. Left knee to left elbow, round the spine. Inhale back, and exhale, round. Inhale back, and exhale, round. Inhale, kick back, hold it here. Exhale to the right elbow. Inhale back, exhale, twist, right elbow. One more time, exhale, and hold it here. Flex the ankle so that the toes are pointing down. Lower the toe, touch the floor. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale, arch, and exhale down. One more time, inhale, arch, and exhale down. Bring the knee, and both knees are hip distance apart. We're going to do circles with the torso or the belly button. Imagine you're drawing circles with the belly button. And then opposite direction. Beautiful. And coming back to the center. From here, let's take a little break and put a little opposite pressure on our wrists just to reset the joints, because that was a lot of weight bearing on the wrist. So anytime you feel a little nudge at the wrist or a little discomfort, you can always come back, do some readjust it, do some movements to allow the joints to kind of be free again and reset itself. And then we're going to go back. Remember, when you're weight bearing on your hands, to make sure the weight is at the base of the index and the thumb fingers, and the tips of your fingers should be kind of clawing down into the floor so that the weight doesn't come to the wrists and cause carpal tunnel or any kind of wrist injury, kind of like too much pressure on it. So in the wrong angle can cause injury. So from back into the hip exercises, we're going to take the right knee, open it up, and then take it back. And then open it up again to the side, and then bring it down. So open up to the side to fire hydrant, kick it up, and then back to fire hydrant, and bring it down. Again, up, out, back, arching, and then side again, and bring it down. Two more times, out, and up, out, and down. I'm going to call it side, and up, back, side again, and down. The other side, side, and up, side, and down. Side, and arch the back, side. So we're inhaling side and back, exhale, and exhale. Inhale side, inhale back, inhale, exhale side, exhale down. Two more times. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Again, let's take a little break with the wrists. Maybe reverse prayer pose. The hands fingers pointing down, shaking the hands off, and circling the wrists. And we can come back to plank, all fours, but take the knees back a little bit so that you're in modified plank position. If you're up for the full plank, you can go ahead and lift your knees up. But if you're here, okay here, and this is challenging enough, go ahead and try lifting right knee up as you exhale, and then lower the right knee. Inhale and exhale, left knee. Lower, inhale, exhale, right. Lower, inhale, exhale, left. One more time. Inhale, right knee. Exhale, inhale, lower. Exhale, straighten. And inhale, lower both. And if you want to try, give yourself a challenge, exhale and straighten both knees into full plank. Full plank, make sure your shoulders are over your wrists and your hands are shoulder width apart. And the ankles are on top of the ball of your feet. Holding it here, release, knees go down. Then we're going to take all the way down to the left side, straighten up the top leg, keep the bottom knee up, and hold it up here. If you want to, give yourself a little more challenge, lift up the back, the lower leg. This definitely helps with the hip strengthening. Then lower the hips and exhale up. Inhale, lower and exhale. One more time, inhale, lower and exhale. Hold it here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Come back down, both knees. Take a little child's pose. With the child's pose, there are 2 positions. You can keep the knees together, round the back more, and taking the hands behind, reaching fingertips pointing backwards, or you can open up the knees a little wider, big toes together, and extend the upper back more, reaching the arms forward. Yogi's choice. And breathe into the low back. Deep breath in and out with your Ujjayi breath. And slowly raise up to sitting. Keeping the head down, bringing it up last. And we're going to do the other side. So coming back to modified plank position. When you're ready, turn over onto, put all the weight onto your right side. Make sure that wrist is under the shoulder. It is okay if it's a little bit forward. And holding it here, if you're ready for that extra challenge, lift up the knee. If you're not, you can keep it down and still use your hip to lower the hip and work on that hip. But if you want that extra challenge, hold it here and keep your core on. Inhale, release the hip, exhale, up. Inhale, release, and exhale, up. One more time, release, and exhale, up. Hold it here, 2, 3, 4. You can do it, and release. Excellent. Again, let's take a little child's pose. That's a lot for the first time, or if you're not used to your wrists, putting weight on your wrists a lot. And then slowly come on up. So we did front plank, we did side planks. So I always like to do the back. This is something a lot of people forget. If it's really hard to do this on your hands, you can always do this on your elbows. All the different positions we did is totally available on elbows. So this is what it looks like on the elbow, and then there's not a lot of room to lower the hip, but it's enough just to get enough of a little bit of an exercise. However, so the back one is a little harder to do on your wrists. As you can see, there's not much room to move. So you might want to go up on a little couch, like, or a bench, and put your elbows on that. And you can start with your knees bent first. So if you want to try this reverse plank, start with the reverse tabletop position. And then if this is good for you, it's challenging, it's working on all your effort, then try just straightening one leg at a time and then bringing back. Straighten and back and straighten. So if this is too easy, you want more of a challenge, keep both legs straight. And then for a little entertainment, you can lower the hips and exhale. Inhale, lower, and exhale up. Inhale, lower, and exhale. Or just hold it, and you can, to make it more challenging, you can slide, inhale, and exhale. Then slide the other leg, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. So different levels of difficulty. Just holding it here or just holding it here is enough too. The important thing is, if you're in tabletop, you can always do the pumps here. Inhale and exhale. Important thing is you're getting the glutes and the hamstrings worked out. All right, lower yourself down. Again, release the wrists and fingertips pointing, reverse prayer. And we're gonna do a little bit of flow now. So let's start with going up on down dog, walking the feet in place. Lift up the right foot, circle with the big toe, and then opposite direction. And switch left foot, circle, and opposite direction. Beautiful. And then walk your feet. I like to cross my legs as I'm walking forward. Gives me a little bit of a stretch on my hip, but you can just walk forward with your hips, your feet, and come to your hands. You can bend the knees. Keep the knees slightly bent. And you can grab the elbows, rock back and forth, side to side. Inhale halfway up, flat back, exhale down. And then continue keeping your feet, make sure they're hip distance apart, keeping the knees bent. Inhale, rounding the spine, come on up slowly. And taking the arms back, slight back bend, and exhale, hands to your heart. Take the hands to the sides, roll the shoulders back and down. Activate your core, and make sure your awareness is at your feet. Make sure your weight is even on both sides. And grow tall through the crown of your head. And reach out with your hands so that there's energy going out from the center, from the heart, up towards the head, out to the sides, and down into your feet. And continue inhaling, getting tall as you inhale, and exhale, activate the core. On the next inhale, take the arms up, slight back bend, reaching back. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the knees slightly bent. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Take your right leg back and place the right knee on the floor. Again, if you need a knee pad, make sure you have one. Inhale, arms come up. Grab the right wrist, exhale to the left. Inhale, center and back. And exhale, down. Lift up the back foot, or the back knee, excuse me. Then take your left leg back into plank or partial modified plank. If you're in full plank, inhale, or in both of them, inhale forward and exhale, knees, chest, chin, keeping your hips up and make sure the elbows are squeezing towards each other. Inhale, cobra or up dog, and then exhale to down dog. Again, breathe with the Ujjayi breath. Walking the feet in place. Inhale, take the right leg up. Turn the toes out. Turn the toes down. Again, turn the toes out and turn them down. One more time, turn the toes out and turn the toes down. Now we're going to turn it out, bend the knee, and circle. Make big circles. Draw big circles with the knee. 3, 4, 5. Bring it in and then out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then straighten up the knee with the ankle flexed. Turn the toes down and bring the knee into your chest. Inhale, lower the knee. Exhale, lift it up to your chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. On the next one, inhale, kick back and bring it in. Place the foot inside the right hand. Left knee comes down and we're stretching out the hips here. Inhale, arms up. Grab the left wrist, exhale to the right. Side bending the spine. Inhale, center and back. Exhale down. Lift up the back knee. Straighten up the front. And then inhale, bend the knee. You can bend the back leg too. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bend. And exhale, back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, back. Hold it here. Lower the back knee and stretch out the front leg. So we're stretching the hamstrings now. Make sure your back, the knee is underneath your hip. And inhale halfway up and exhale down. Inhale halfway up and exhale down. One more inhale and exhale. Hold it here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then slowly come forward, stretching out the hips again. Hold it here. Place your left hand down, put all the weight onto your left hand, and then bend the back knee if it's available to you. And see if you can stretch it out here. If this is not available, you can always do this in standing or put your holding on to something, a chair or something, and just stretching it this way. That's a good stretch for the quads. So since I have the flexibility and I don't feel anything that way, I feel more of a stretch this way. This is what I'm going to do. Just hold it here. And you can let the front knee kind of drop out, flare out. And then one more inhale here. Opening up more, twisting at the spine, maybe looking up. This is really nice for the spine too. Twisting, and then release. Bring it back. Lift up the back knee, and you can hop the back foot forward gently. That's definitely a lot of work. So if you're sweating, that's good. Keep your elbows to hold on to your elbows. Keep the knees slightly bent. Rocking back and forth, side to side. Inhale halfway up, flat back. Exhale down, and then inhale, keeping the knee slightly bent. Round the spine. Keep the head heavy. Bring it up last. Arms reach back. Slight back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart. Shoulders roll back and down. Hands to the sides. Tadasana. Growing tall through the crown of your head. Rooting into your feet. And activate the core. Just taking 2 more breaths here. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale. Activate the core. 1 more inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, arms come up. Slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the knees slightly bent. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Left leg goes back. Knee comes down. Inhale, arms up. Anjaneyasana. Grab the left wrist. Exhale to the right. Spine twist, side bend of the spine. Inhale back. Exhale down. Walk the leg out. And take it back to plank. Over here, you can put the knees down or stay here. Inhale, forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Hips stay up. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale to down dog. Remember to place the weight into the first and the second, the base of the index finger and the thumb, and the fingertips. Lifting up the wrists slightly, or the base of the palm. Inhale, take your right leg up, turn the toes out, and then turn the toes in. As you turn the toes out, your hips open too. Exhale, turn it in. Inhale, turn it out. Exhale, turn it in. Inhale, turn it out, hold it there. Bend the knee and draw big circles with the knee 5 times. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take it back and exhale. Inhale, exhale inside. 2, 3, 4. Make sure you've got that big, nice circles. 5. You go around as far as possible. Straighten that knee. Kick with the heel. Turn the toes down. Exhale. Bring the knee to chest. Inhale. Lower the knee. Exhale. Lift it up. Inhale. Lower. Exhale. Lift up. Inhale. Kick back. Flex that ankle. Exhale. Bring the foot and place it inside the left hand. Right knee comes down. Inhale, arms up. Grab the right wrist. Side bend to the left. Exhaling. Inhale, center. Back. Exhale, arms come down. You can lift up the back knee. Push the hips back. Inhale. Push the heel, the front heel, back and down. Resist that bend. Exhale. Straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. And exhale. Lower the back knee. We're going to do the stretch now. Keep your hip on top of that knee. Inhale, halfway up. If you cannot, if your hips are far back, you can take the knee back or move the front leg forward. Whatever is available to you. Exhale, forehead to knee. Inhale, up. Or exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, up. And exhale. Hold it here. 2, 3, 4, 5. And slowly walking forward. Bend that front knee. Tuck the back toes if you haven't. Lift up the knee. And hop your back foot forward. Stay in a forward fold position again. Grab the elbows. Knees are slightly bent. You're going to stay in this position. Maybe come back a little bit, or I'm coming back so I can put my hand on the mat. You don't have to. But we're going to do a little balancing exercise here, or balancing pose, maybe half moon pose. So, and it's also going to be an exercise for the hips. So from starting with the left, let's start with your left leg. Inhale, take it up. Nice and straight. Stretch your leg, kicking with your heel. Turn the toes out. And then turn the toes back down. So if you're not able to reach the ground, grab some blocks or a chair, or even your hands you can put on your knees or your shin. But the point is you can eventually let go and balance. So turn the hips out again, turn toes pointing out, and then turn toes pointing down. Again, out, and then we're going to hold it here. Hand goes right underneath your shoulder. So wherever your shoulder is going to be, turn the chest out, which is about in front of the foot or maybe to the side slightly. I would say in front of the foot. And reach the left arm up, keeping the toes turned out. If you you can also take your gaze out to the side or towards where your chest is facing. So this is half moon pose. Hold it here, 2, 3. Bend your knee a little bit and straighten and bend and straighten. One more bend. And then bend all the way, lower the back foot down, come back to the floor, both hands, and let's bend both knees together all the way down to a squat position. And while we're here, we're going to do Malasana or yogi squat. So opening up the feet wider than hip distance apart and turn the toes out. Place your elbows inside the knees. Hands are in front of your heart in prayer position. As you inhale, grow tall through the crown of your head. As you exhale, lift your pelvic floor, activate your core, and tuck the chin in. As you inhale, release all the bonds, all 3 muscles, and then exhale, lift the pelvic floor, activate the core, tuck the chin. Inhale, release, and get tall through the crown of the head. Bring your heart forward towards your hands. And exhale, lift the pelvic floor, activate the core, tuck the chin. Beautiful. Release, and come back to a squat. If you moved, then go back to the top of your mat. If you didn't, stay where you are at the top of your mat. I'm going to come up to forward fold again. Inhale halfway up and exhale down. You can keep the knee slightly bent. Doing the other leg, right leg. So all the weight goes on the left. Inhale, right stretches out and turn the toes out. Exhale, turn it down. So notice the level of my hips. As I turn the toes out, my hips really open up. As I turn the toes down, they become level. I can put a bowl of cereal on my back here on my sacrum, and it shouldn't fall. And then inhale, turn it out, and exhale, down. Now, on the last one, we're going to inhale, turn it out, hold it here, and getting ready to balance. So one hand is on the floor or on a chair or on a block. The chest is turned out. This is one of the harder balancing poses for me, so if you're having trouble with it, it's totally normal. As you can see, I'm actually losing my balance now too. So looking down helps, straight down helps. Or, yeah, looking straight down. Just keep looking straight down in one point. One more breath here. And then bend the knee and straighten. And bend the standing knee and straighten. One more time, bend and straighten. On the next bend, keep bending. Bring both hands down. Place the back foot down and both feet go back into plank position. We're going to inhale forward, exhale chaturanga. Keep the elbows squeezing towards each other. Inhale cobra. Exhale down. And inhale to down dog. Again, you can lock the feet in place. And I believe we forgot to do the stretch on the other side. Yes, we did. Okay, so let's do that stretch of the hip. Taking the left leg back. And then exhale, bring it in. Right knee comes down. So this is the stretch we forgot to do to open up the right hip. So you can either hold it here, or if you want a more of a stretch, a deeper stretch, see if you can lift that back knee and hold that foot. So if that's available to you, go ahead and do that. If not, you can do it standing up, just like I demonstrated in the beginning when we did it. So continue breathing as you inhale, elongate the spine. And if you turn your hand out more, you'll have a little bit more of a twist in your spine, which is always a good thing to have. Twisting is, I think, one of the more important things, movements of yoga, that incorporates twisting a lot more than anything else. So any other exercise. So coming back slowly, let's take our leg back and go back on the floor, facing up, sitting on the floor facing up. So that was a lot of hip stretching exercise. We're gonna do one more hip stretching exercise, which is basically, I'm gonna mirror what you're supposed to do. So let's start with your right leg. So left leg is down, you're sitting. You can actually, let's do this. Left leg is straight up. Cross the right leg over and hug the knee into your chest. And as you're hugging into your chest, see if you can bring that knee as far as close to the chest as possible. Twist and look over your right shoulder and take your right hand behind you and help yourself twist more with the right hand. The left leg is straight and energized, and the ankle is flexed. As you inhale, get tall through the crown of your head. As you exhale, see if you can twist a little further, bringing that knee closer to the opposite shoulder. And you should feel a nice stretch on the outside of your hip here and the glutes. This is one of my favorite stretches. And if you want to maybe try going a little deeper, you can bend the bottom knee and take that elbow on the outside of that leg, of the outside of the knee. Instead of hugging it, you can twist a little further that way. As you inhale, get tall. As you exhale, this is the twist here is, it focuses more on the spine and the low back. So if you're not feeling the hip stretch or the glute stretch, you can go back to hugging your knee, because that's what makes that nice stretch of the hip. Then we're gonna switch. So the right leg is nice and straight. Now cross over the left and hug with your opposite hand. So the left knee is touching the right shoulder or going towards the right shoulder. Energize the right leg, flex the ankle, and use the left hand to help you twist further and hug that knee into that shoulder. As you inhale, grow tall through the crown of your head. As you exhale, go a little further into the twist and bring your knee a little further towards your opposite shoulder. Make sure that left shoulder is not hiking up, it's lowered away from the ear. So lower it down, inhale, grow tall through the crown of your head, exhale, twist a little further. Again, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. One more breath. And if you want to take it a little further, you can definitely bend that bottom knee and bring that leg, the foot next to the hip. Just make sure both of your sitting bones are even. You're not tilted on one side. Your weight is even on both sitting bones on both sides. And one more breath here. And exhale. Excellent. Come back and release. You can place the feet together, bringing your, kind of rocking your way, your pelvis closer to your heels if possible, whatever's available to you, of course. And see if you can maybe push the elbows down a little bit into the legs. You don't have to do that. If you feel a stretch already by just becoming straight with your spine growing tall to the crown of your head, just stay there. I'm already feeling a much deeper stretch here, and if I keep my back straight and just lean slightly forward, I'll definitely feel more of a stretch. And I can just stay there. You don't have to go, touch your head to your toes to have to get that feeling. If your spine is straight, you'll definitely feel it. So even if your knees are up here and you're feeling it, then you're feeling it. It's good. Should be a nice, comfortable, maybe 5 out of 10 stretch pain. No sharp pain. One more inhale and exhale out. Beautiful. Release. And we're going to do core, just a quick core workout. We've got 10 minutes left, so we have enough time. So start with rolling the spine down, and feet are flat, hip distance apart. You can, if you choose to, you can place a little block between the knees just so that your knees don't end up opening out, flaring out. Inhale with your belly, and when you exhale, press the low back down into the floor so that the back is flat. So if you could see, I have a little curve in my back. When I exhale, I press my low back down to stabilize my back. So it activates my core, stabilizes my back. And then reach the arms forward. Inhale with the belly while you keep pressing the low back down. Keep that down the whole time. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale back, and exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale. Now if you want to make it a little harder, bring your right knee to your nose. Inhale back, and then the left knee. Inhale back, and right knee. Inhale back, and exhale forward. If this is still too easy, you want a little more of a challenge, you can bring both knees together and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. And if this is still too easy, you can actually lower the heels down all the way to the floor. As you inhale, open up. As you exhale, curl. And exhale. And exhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale back. Then bring the knees into your chest. Tuck the chin down. Rock side to side. Hands on top of the knees. And circle the knees around in random directions. All right. We're going to do the rotational ones. So feet are flat on the floor. You don't need the block anymore. We're going to be lifting up the knees. So bend the knees about, if you can reach your fingertips to your ankles or your heels, then that's a good place to be. If not, if that's not available to you, it's okay. Just bend it as far as it goes. Palms together, fingers pointing up towards the sky. Inhale with the belly. And again, press the low back down and exhale to the right. Inhale back. Exhale to the left. Inhale back. Exhale right. Inhale back. Exhale left. So if this is too easy, you want more of a challenge, bring your knee to the shoulder. Back. Exhale. Twist. Inhale. Exhale. So you can have your hands in pistol shape, form, pistol hands. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Again, if this is too easy, you want something a little more challenging, keep your feet in the air and then extend the opposite leg. If you want it a little more challenging, keep both legs straight and then just bend the elbow. Bend the knee towards the opposite shoulder. This is the hardest. Exhale, twist. And come on back. Hug the knees into your chest. That was a lot of work, so give yourself a pat on the back. And rock side to side, hands on your knees, moving the knees around different directions. When you're ready, place the feet down flat. We're gonna go into, oh great. We're gonna do a nice exercise for the neck, to stretch the neck. I got some tree sap on my hair. All right, here we go. So, feet are hip distance apart. Beautiful view here. I'm just looking up, straight up at the trees. It's gorgeous. So, feet are hip distance apart. If you want, you can place a little block between the knees and inhale with the belly. And on the exhale, lift up the hips. Inhale down and exhale up. And again, if you can touch the heels with your fingertips, your knees or your feet are in a good place. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, and inhale down. Exhale up, hold it here, and notice, see if you can reach your hands down, walk the shoulders down. As you do that, your chin is gonna, your neck, the back of your neck is gonna stretch out. See if you can reach your ankles and hold your ankles. If you want, open up your heart more, open up the chest more. Interlock your hands underneath your sacrum. Walk the shoulders towards each other, the shoulder blades towards each other. And this will really give you a nice stretch of the neck. Breathe with the belly. Exhale and squeeze the hips up a little further. Inhale and exhale. Maybe lift your heels up. Might make it a little easier. And exhale. If you're done, release, lower the heels, release the hands, untuck the shoulders, and lower the hips down. Okay. Then, when you're ready, slide the hips to the right. Extend the left leg, nice and energized. Kick through the heel, flexing the ankle. Then drop the right knee over to the left. Reach the right arm out to your right and look over your right shoulder. So we're twisting the spine now. We're towards the end of the session where we end off with a nice twist, opening up the spine. Usually on the floor. Inhale, elongate the spine through the crown of the head, and then exhale, go a little further into the twist. Inhale, elongate, and exhale, a little further into the twist. You can help the twist with
of your upper back by pressing your left elbow down and twisting the shoulders more. And make sure your head is turned all the way to the right as well, so you get the neck to twist as far as possible. And when you're ready, bring the right arm in first. Activate your core, then lift up that knee with your core. Bend both knees again. Bring the hips to the center, back to where you were with bridge. Then slide the hips to the left. We're going to do the other side. Extend the right leg. Drop the left knee over to the right. And again, use your right elbow to twist your upper back. Reach your left arm over. Oh well, got a lot of tree saps. And look over your left shoulder. Again, make sure your head is turned all the way to the left too. And you're looking to stretch out to really twist the neck. So inhale, elongate the spine. Keep your right leg, the straight leg, energized and flex the ankle. And then on the exhale, go deeper into the twist. Inhale, elongate. And exhale, deeper into the twist. And let's do 2 more breaths here. Look over the shoulder. 1 more breath. And when you're ready, bring the left arm in first. Activate the core and lift up your knees. Going back to bridge pose. Straighten out the legs. Go into Shavasana. So with Shavasana, hands, palms are turned out, shoulder blades are tucked in. We turn the palms out so we can open up the shoulders. Tuck the shoulder blades back and down. Feet are about mat width apart. And tuck the chin down slightly, opening up the back of the neck. And begin to bring yourself into the present, into your body. And what I mean by that is pay attention to the skin of your body and notice wherever you have skin, which is everywhere, what's touching it and what texture it is. So notice the back of your body. And just pay attention to the back and notice where there's more pressure and where there's no pressure. And the curvature of the back is not touching the floor, maybe, or maybe a little bit for some of us. And the back of the neck is not touching the floor. And the eyes are closed. Or if you have to have your eyes open, you can keep them half open and find a nice spot to stare at. Notice your arms touching the floor. Notice which parts of your back are touching the floor. Notice your tailbone, sacrum, and your pelvis touching the floor. And your heels, and your calves, maybe your thighs, maybe not. And the back of the knees are definitely not touching, most likely. Continue breathing with your belly. And then if you get distracted by your thoughts, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Just gently and firmly bring your attention back to your body, the back of your body. And see if you can slowly shift that attention to your breath. And notice the quality of your breath. Has it slowed down? Has it become more subtle? Maybe it's not so deep anymore, kind of more shallow. And can you allow your body to breathe however it wants to breathe without your help, without your input? Just observe the body from the third person. As if you're watching it breathe. Easier said than done. Allow your muscles to completely relax. Become very heavy. Let your body become very heavy. Almost as if there's going to be a mark on the floor when you get up. And allow the muscles to melt off the bones onto the floor. And continue observing the breath. And if it helps to go back to the exercise of putting the awareness to the back of your body in order to not think, then try that. And then we're going to take a few minutes to continue the exercise of meditation and observing the breath, observing the thoughts as they come. Notice that they are not you, they are only temporary. However, they do want your attention. So observe your thoughts away into the space. Or imagine you've got a nice train that picks up your thoughts and just goes away, takes it away. Constantly moving and picking up your thoughts, taking it away. While you focus on your back and while you observe your breath. Shavasana. Start taking deeper breaths, slowly awakening the body. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the wrists and ankles. And whenever you're ready on your own time, turn over onto your left side in the fetal position. You can use your hand under your head, bringing the knees up closer to your chest. And see if you can hold on to this stillness you found in Shavasana. Keeping your eyes closed. Come on up to sitting with your spine straight in a comfortable position. Does not matter which way you're facing. Place your hands together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in, and if you'd like to join me with one Om, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Bow your head to your heart, thanking the teacher, the light, and the universe. And give yourself gratitude for taking this time and dedicating it to yourself. And from me to you, thank you for taking care of yourself. And have a great evening, and hope to see you next time. Namaste. Mm-hmm.